Okay, so your offer was accepted, the paperwork is signed, and you're already daydreaming about paint colors and where the couch will go. But hold up, you're not done just yet. Before you pop the champagne, there are a couple of final steps that first-time buyers definitely don't want to skip. In this video, I'm breaking down buyer visits and final walkthroughs, what they are, why they matter, and what you should be checking before the keys hit your hand. Trust me, this is your chance to catch any surprises before they become your problem. When you submit an offer, it's done using a document called the Agreement of Purchase and Sale, and once the seller accepts, that document becomes the official contract. Inside that agreement, we include a variety of clauses, one of which covers buyer visits. This clause is more important than you might think, and I always like to make sure it's super clear and detailed so that there's no confusion later on. Everyone knows exactly what's allowed, when it's allowed, and what to expect. Here's what I typically include. The number of visits, usually between 2 and 4, depending on how long the closing period is. The maximum time per visit, which is typically 1 hour. That visit times must be mutually agreed upon between the buyer and the seller. A minimum of 24 hours notice will be given for each visit, though I always try to give more when possible. That buyers might bring contractors or designers to get quotes or make plans for once the property is theirs. That the sellers will vacate the property during these visits. That one of these visits can be reserved as a final walkthrough, usually within 48 hours before closing, and we'll be testing appliances at that time. And lastly, that I'll be there in person for each visit to represent the buyer and ensure that everything goes smoothly. Now that you know what goes into the clause, you're probably starting to get a clear picture of what actually happens during these visits. The earlier visits, before the final walkthrough, are typically used to take measurements, plan furniture placement, or bring in vendors and contractors to scope out work that may happen after closing. But the final walkthrough is a bit different. That's when we get hands-on and test everything. Appliances, heating and cooling, windows, faucets, drains, basically making sure that the home is in the condition it's supposed to be in. So why is this so important? Because the contract usually states that everything in the home must be in proper working order up to including the closing date, but not after. So the final walkthrough is your last chance to catch any issues before the money changes hands. If something isn't working, your lawyer can negotiate to hold back a portion of the funds until it is fixed. If it's not resolved in time, that holdback money can go straight to the buyer to cover the cost of the repairs. So there you have it. Buyer visits and the final walkthrough aren't just formalities, they're key opportunities to plan, prepare, and protect your investment. Whether you're measuring for a new couch or double checking that the dishwasher actually works, these visits give you peace of mind heading into closing day. And with the right guidance, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to handle any surprises. As always, your realtor will be by your side every step of the way to make sure that your home buying journey stays smooth and stress-free.